Hi Pisces, welcome to the Winds of Jupiter, June 2018 tarot reading. Now that was some pretty cool magnetic activity on the sun there in that NASA video. And those plasma streams that come off the sun bring a lot of energy into our lives, for the good or the bad. Now you have a lot of energy in your reading. And the rune I picked for you is Othala. This is home and hearth. Now this is the very last letter of the Norse alphabet. And it's kind of the things that you own that you can't take to the bank. Now Fehu is the first, and those are the things that you can take to the bank. So you're looking more at inheritance, cultural legacies, homeland, land and property, strength and ties of the family. This actually came from the idea of noble or noble man or woman. Birthright, moral superior, admirable, impressive. That's what noble actually means. Notable. Maybe some antiquated wisdom from the past is going to affect your present and possibly future. Now I pulled a Minchiati card for you. That's a deck that I put together that can go with any other tarot deck. And it has virtues and elements and the senses, all of the zodiac signs, and you received your own sign, Pisces. That's pretty cool. And now the overall energy card of your reading is the Hanged Man, and he's ruled by Neptune, and Neptune is your planet. This has footprints all over it of Pisces. The Hanged Man signifies Odin, hanging from the Yggdrasil, the Norse tree of life, staring into the well of Urds, seeking the wisdom of the runes. This is about words, managing words, manipulating words, being precise with words, finding wisdom. But this wisdom comes from spiritual seeking, from decision making and transitions that you're going through right now that might change the direction of your life. The Hanged Man is about the concept of wu-wei, which in Tao means non-doing. If anything is too much work to do, a lot of times it's just not worth it. You can't resist and fight all the things of destiny sometimes. You just have to let things flow its natural course. I like to say not trying to put a round peg in a square hole all the time. And here too, it's time to shed some old things to make room for the new. The theme of the Hanged Man is to start accepting what is and what you can't change in life. In the legend, when Odin hung for those 9 days, they say he actually had died and came back to life. So this is like a death and rebirth, metaphorically, philosophically, and spiritually. This is right down Pisces' alley and the planet of Neptune, where things are very spiritual, kind of in the mist. Now the cards on the left, for what you know, you receive the Six of Cups and the Death card. The Death card's indicating that you're in a transformation. Things are changing inside you. The Death card signifies wanting to make closures, shedding things in your life that are no longer serving you anymore. A lot of times it's emotional baggage that you have to give the heave-ho. This is also a metaphorical rebirth. This is like now changing your beliefs, readjusting your emotions. Now the Six of Cups is the memory card. Things from past lives can be now surfacing in the present that have to be revisited. You might want to look at your South Node and see where that's at, because that is really revisiting things that haven't been resolved from past lives. This can also be memories from your childhood that are now coming to the surface here in the present. Somebody from your past could be walking now into your present. You don't know who's in front of you in line at the grocery store that you don't even really recognize. It could be somebody that you had known very well. We can idealize our past, but I don't feel that this is going to be a negative thing. This is going to be a positive thing that's going to carry over lessons that you've learned in the past and just reinforce them in a real positive way. Now the cards in the center for what is or can be yours Receive the Two of Cups and the Seven of Cups. There's a lot of cup action going on here, a lot of emotions, and this is your element. Now, the Two of Cups really is about making the right choices. And hopefully with the Death card there in your transformation, and with the Hangman card finding the wisdom, you're going to be able to make the right choices. Because the Seven of Cups right there is telling you it's time to make some decisions. But this card has a lot of splayed energy. It's not a stable energy, and there's some confusion. You're wondering what's next. Is this it, God? So now you have some opportunities. But there's a prize or a poison in every cup, and which one should you choose? Which one's going to be right for you? But here with the Two of Cups, the Hangman, having the Pisces card, you're going to be using some intuition, along with some reason, to start making these decisions. Now the cards next door for yourself, for self-awareness, receive the Nine of Wands and the Two of Pentacles. Well, the Two of Pentacles is reinforcing that it's time to make a decision. You've been juggling some ideas around, and you're still really not quite sure what you want to decide. What's going to be right for you? You're reviewing what will make you happy and what will make the people around you happy, which makes the world happy. So you have the Nine of Wands. This is a respite card, one of a handful of them that are in the deck. This kind of indicates that you're really dealing with things well. You know it's time to rest a little bit, convalesce, take some time to think things over. 9 is the number of wisdom that connects it up to the Hanged Man. It's a number of coming to a completion as well. Oh, sure, this card says you're going to get back out in the fray and make these decisions, but you're almost there, ready to leap over a finish line. But you're going to have to conjure up some personal strength with all these decision cards that you have. You have the Two of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, as well as the Seven of Cups. Lots of emotions are rolling around. You're going to have to get a grip on those emotions. And the future cards agree with that. You receive the King of Swords, not once but twice. You receive the Magician and the Judgment card. The King of Swords is kind of like a mini emperor. It's time to get a handle. Time to get control on your little kingdom, your little microcosmic kingdom. It's about setting structures, having organization, making rules and regulations, setting boundaries so people don't step over them. You draw that little line in the sand, and then you hold your sword up and say, if you step over that, you get this. He is holding the sword of truth. He reminds you not to use emotions when making decisions, because back there's a lot of emotions cards. And a lot of times you get in trouble if you make decisions with only emotions, because you need logic and reason as a baseline for making decisions. Now, new things are coming in. There is something coming to completion and a beginning coming, because you have the Magician. You have some ideas now that you want to put into reality. You have a lot of opportunities. And with the presence of the Magician there, it says you have all of the tools that you need. Now you just have to utilize them. You have a lot of talents too. You might have to blow the dust off some old ones. Utilize ones that you have for some different purposes. Or even consider going to school to learn some new ones, so you can bring your goals into reality. And the Judgment card is saying, yeah, there's an ending somewhere here. You're going to rise from the ashes and a rebirth. Death to rebirth like the Hanged Man. But this is the time to bury the hatchet for all of the things that happened in your life, from your past to your present and into your future. It's time to have grace, mercy, unconditional forgiveness that brings love in. And I wish you acceptance, peace, and happiness.